afternoon, everyone. I'm Keena Flood with Studio Live and got a couple questions for you today about the project. And my first question is going to Mr. John Lane. Tell me, how long have you been working with PL?
I've been working with PL for about 3 or 4 years. He contacted me, I believe, through Nico. Nico has a recording studio in Northern Virginia that he was currently working at. And so I guess through word of mouth, he contacted me and we just started working on a project that he was beginning to put, beginning touches on. And from there, we just sparked a friendship and a relationship.
Awesome. So, Mr. Sam, how long have you been working with PL?
I can't say exactly how long I've been working with PL. It started out as an arrangement kind of thing. I think he had a tune that needed some additional things added or maybe transcription. And probably because of his past relationship with my teacher, Alan Johnson, I probably got the call for that.
Okay, awesome. So this question's for Tony Tavares. So where did you and PL meet?
Let's see, that's going back a little bit. I met PL, it must have been 92, 93. He had a barbershop in Southeast. And how I met him actually was kind of by default. There was an old car sitting in front of a building. I stopped. I collect old cars. And so does PL. I think it was a 442 Oldsmobile. Anyway, it was in front of his barbershop. He was cutting hair then. And I had a son, so he became his barber. We started to talk. He said he blew horn. I played percussion. Back and forth. Then I wound up working with his sister for a little bit. She said, I have a brother that thinks he knows you. And I think I ran into him in different clubs and that. Anyway, make a long story short, he finally called me. He said he had a project. And that was about 3-4 years ago.
All right, and the rest is history, huh?
Yeah, it brought me here.
Okay, so this question's from Mr. Tony Harrod. How do you feel that the different use of musicians and performing styles is being reflected in PL's project?
Well, he sort of has a very eclectic group of cats together. What happens is that the music starts to, there's a saying, something that's dyed in the blue of the indigo plant becomes bluer than the blue of the indigo plant. So it's kind of like we became bigger than the group, and it became something unique because of all the different kinds of things, different kinds of influences. Sam's influence is jazz, mine's is sort of jazz and blues. John is, he plays a lot of different kind of stuff. So, when you hear the music, a musician responds to that. And, because of all our different backgrounds, we just responded in our own unique ways to the music. And it helped make the music what it is.
Awesome. That's excellent. So this is one just general for the group. Anyone could kind of answer this one. There's been a label of cool jazz being placed on the music. Do you think that's a good description for you?
Yes, it's just as good as any. Because, cool jazz sort of connotates that it leans more toward R&B in terms that it's more danceable. So that, I don't think DL's music is disco, but definitely there's music that you can move to as well as listen to. So that's important.
I know a lot of jazz musicians don't want to be put in that category because of where it's going and where people have said it's come from. So this type of music that PL does, being possibly labeled as cool jazz, could be a positive or a negative thing. I think it's been working out for a lot of people though. So yeah.
Not everybody's going to be listening to Ornette Coleman, Branford Marsalis, and so I used to. I know my dad loves Chuck Mangione and like that, that vibe, and so yeah, there's definitely a place for it. So yeah, I think that's it.
I would say cool jazz, in my opinion, seems to be a label that a lot of jazz fans like to use to sort of get away from the smooth jazz title, which has a very different type of sound. And because most people would probably put PL's music in that category, it doesn't necessarily fit And as Tony said, you know, it's danceable, but for the jazz musician, it's also something that they can relate to.